All right, I think I'm live. Hey everyone, welcome to a very funny episode of Market Pulse, where we're mostly going to take a look at oil, and I'm going to do my best to try and explain the situation because there is so much misunderstanding. I'm not watching the mainstream media. I hope the financial channels understand what's going on, but a lot of the people on those channels don't know the markets as well as they should. So we're gonna go through it real quick. I'm watching oil at a price of 1 penny, and it actually makes sense. And I want to explain why. If this thing could go negative, it actually would go negative right now because of how oil futures work. I believe I should be. Am I screen sharing? No, I'm not. Let's go straight to screen share. I still have my trading account open. I want to make sure I don't dox that. All right. And we are on screen share, and there it is. The current price of oil is 1 penny. That is for 1 barrel of oil, you will pay 1 penny per barrel of oil. So what does this mean? Let's be realistic about it. And I'm going to do my best to explain it. I sent out a couple of tweets. Let me just pull your live chat out. I'm running a lot of stuff on my laptop right now, so I hope that the stream is working okay. All right. And I need to keep an eye on my portfolio, of course. And we can talk about my trades a little bit. Yeah, so I wonder if it stopped trading. Let me see. Let me go to the 10-minute chart. It might have stopped trading. I got to check the spec to see what time it stops trading. It probably stopped trading. So look, here's what happened. Here's what really happened, right? The price of West Texas, WTI, is based on futures. Now, when you look at futures, so the futures contract is the CL contract when it loads. Come on. It doesn't want to load. TradingView has done this to me before. It really sucks. So another way for me to do this is by going here. So this is CL, which at the moment is, oh yeah, it's still trading. There it is. So this is CL1, okay? So what does CL1 mean? So CL1 explanation point means that this is the nearest contract. This is the contract that expires tonight. It expires on the 21st of April. Today is the 20th of April. So it expires either at midnight tonight or midnight tomorrow. I don't remember. Probably midnight tonight. So this contract expires midnight tonight. So if you are going to buy oil for 1 penny right now, because it went down to a penny, low price, 1 penny. If you're going to buy oil for 1 penny, remember, one futures contract is 1,000 barrels of oil. So you are committing to buying 1,000 barrels of oil at 1 penny per barrel. But you have to take delivery of that oil next month. Like, that oil will show up at your house next month. So whoever is buying this oil has to be able to take delivery of the oil next month. Now, businesses are shut down. Refineries are probably full. The U.S. strategic oil reserves are probably full. There's no one left that's willing to take delivery of this oil next month. And if there's nobody left to take delivery of this oil, you can't buy this, right? You can trade the future, but remember, it's expiring. And if it expires, you are on the hook for taking delivery per future 1,000 barrels. No broker in the world is going to let you buy this contract. They've already stopped. Your broker already exited your position because they can't take a chance on this contract expiring with you on the hook to take possession of 1,000 barrels of oil at a minimum, because you don't have the ability to take it. Like all of us can trade oil futures, but not into expiration. Like your broker knows if you are physically capable of taking delivery of that oil, even if it's for free, right? Like you have to, like what the hell are you going to do with 1,000 barrels of oil? Do you know how much money it's going to cost you to manage 1,000 barrels of oil? Where are you going to store it? What do you do with it, right? Like you have to refine it. Anyway, so it's totally useless to the majority of the people. And those that have the capabilities of taking this oil, the delivery of this oil, they don't need it next month. And that is why these contracts, I so wanted it to go negative. I think I don't think I took a screenshot of it being 1 penny, but it was 1 penny, which is great. Now, here's the reality of the situation, right? At the moment, the price of oil needs to be looked at as the CL2 explanation point contract, which hopefully will pull up. This is the oil that will get you delivery next month. Okay, so this is the oil price for delivery, not in May, but in June. So if you are looking to take delivery of your oil in June, it will cost you right here. This needs to be adjusted. This is kind of strange. I thought today was the 20th. What am I missing? Today is the 20th. So this right here, that looks like a bug. That's a trading view. I think that's a trading view screw up at the moment, because we're not, unless they can predict what the future price of oil is going to be. This is the current price of oil for delivery in June, and no one wants delivery in May. But if you're going to take oil possession and delivery in June, you can buy that oil right now for yeah. See, that's I don't think that's correct. You can buy it right now for $22.71. Okay. So this is the contract that you want. Okay. So CL2 is like the next contract, and tomorrow this becomes CL1. So CL1 is going to be this. You can also, I don't know if they'll hold on a second here. How's my memory? Because the thing is not pulling up. I don't know why the search bar is not pulling up. So it's CL, is it H0? Is it CLH0? No. I gotta double check. Oh, someone's telling me that CL1 is now negative. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because this is May delivery. I want to take a screenshot. I have to take a screenshot. Oh, they switched it over. This is CL1. They switched it over. Let me, yeah, TradingView is a little confused right now. Let me go to the CFD. CFD is stuck at 1%. So I can't really get the price of, yeah, I can't really get the price. It would be nice to take a screenshot of it being negative, but it doesn't mean anything, right? Because like no one is buying oil right now for May delivery. But this is the explanation. So, but check out my Twitter. If we go over to my Twitter, what ticker to buy crude or similar on Fidelity? The ticker is either USO or USL. I mean, not that I don't know. Like there is a USO ETF and there's a USL ETF. I'm not very familiar with USL. I'm more familiar with USO. So here, so I tweeted this out. I should have waited a little bit. If I waited a little bit, it would have been under, a penny. But the point is, I went to my bookshelf and I found my book on my bookshelf that says The Coming Economic Collapse, How You Can Thrive When Oil Costs $200 a Barrel. And look, in reality, he was only off by 1 0, not 2 zeros. But technically speaking, he was off by 2 zeros because I can buy a barrel of oil right now for next month's delivery if I'm a business, and I can buy as much of it as I can store, and for under $2 a barrel. And this book, this particular book, which I bought and paid way more than, not way more, but I think this book cost me about $10, $10 or $15. I actually read it right here in 2006 or 2007 is when I read this book. And then I watched oil go to 150 and I'm like, oh my God. And it got me all crazy. I remember watching Michael Rupert's movie. I forgot the name of it, Crossing the Rubicon or something. Same thing. Crazy predictions of how you're going to die and there'll be no economy because oil is too expensive and the world is running out of oil. And this is complete and utter insanity. Clearly, nobody wants oil right now. And yeah, so yes, I do have this book. I did read this book. Thank God I don't read these gloom and doomers anymore. Oh God, life is so much better. Okay, so let's go take a look at USO. This is the tradable ticker. So USO is the tradable ticker on the US exchanges. This is the ETF USO. My search bar isn't working, so that kind of sucks. So there it is. There's USO all the way down at $3.81. Am I ready to buy oil yet? Well, the answer is not yet. I'd rather buy it on a 9. I'd rather buy it on Wednesday. Can oil go lower? Well, of course it can go lower because remember what I just said. This right here, WTI, the CFD contract for difference, this will flip. It will flip over. So tomorrow you're going to see oil at about $22. And can oil go lower from $22? Of course it can, right? Because if no one wants delivery for June, the price of oil will go from $22 and it will go lower. We are at a very, very insane time in economics. This is unprecedented because the world has never actually shut down. Even at time of war, oil is actually something that you need. But right now, with 80% of the world, in their house, and if they come out of their house in a mask or in a hazmat suit, it feels like a dozen cops are going to be, beating them up without any kind of protection against coronavirus. Like this is what I'm keep watching on Twitter. So this is insane. But it makes sense why no one wants oil right now and why they're going to give it away. I did this example this morning when I said, hey, you going out to buying lumber will cost you money. But if you have a tree on your property that you want to get rid of, no one is going to pay you to take down that tree. You're going to have to pay them. This is the same problem. You have oil. If nobody wants that oil, but you need to get rid of that oil, you will pay others to take it off your hands. I mean, this has never happened before in history since the year, I don't know, when was the, since like the 1800s, right? Like in the 1800s, you may have to pay someone to take your oil because it has no use case. But right now, nobody wants it. So there you go. That's what happens. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. I still have my short. I am still short the S&P 500. And my position was not looking good at all. but I stayed patient and I stayed with my short. So this was the red line is where I entered my short in the S&P 500 right here. Now, this is where I anticipated the market top this morning, around 10 a.m. And when the 7 candle broke that high, it bothered me, but I was also waiting for the 9. Like at this moment in time, I was incredibly confident that the market is going to turn and go down. That is a perfected 9 in the 10 a.m. vicinity with the reversal candle. I could not have asked for anything better. And then watch what happens on the next candle and the next candle. And this is when I kind of went and started raiding the kitchen, because I don't want to be in front of the market watching this, but I know that my position, I'm in the options market. I have enough time on my position. My position is just barely out of the money now after being in the money nicely, before market opened. But I am still, not scared that I made the wrong decision. I'm still looking at the daily chart. I still see the daily 9. I gave myself enough time and enough space that at a worst case scenario, I can see us going into the 62% Fibonacci, but like that would be kind of scary. My position is somewhat leveraged, but that is my ultimate risk. Like I'm probably going to be out of this trade before it gets that high if it's going against me, but I'm certainly not going to panic if this top holds. My ultimate stop loss is the top of this 9, which I think we're not going to break until we pull back. So I stayed with the trade, and when it went up, I didn't like it, but then I waited for the next 9. I stuck with the trade. I did not add to my trade. I did not cut the trade. And now this trade started profiting again below the red line. Well, remember, with every day I have time decay. This is the options that I'm going to be teaching. So there's time decay. So even though we crossed the red line, now I needed us to go to maybe right here for me to be profitable. And tomorrow it would have to go a little bit lower for me to be profitable. That's what time decay does. Time is your enemy, and it lowers your break even and it, I guess, raises your break even every single day. Maybe you get the point. Anyway, we are now back below the 10 a.m. lows. That actually means absolutely nothing. So at this point, I don't see anything in this chart that is scaring me. But here's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to breaking overnight's low, because when this happens, I think the market is going to accelerate down and accelerate down hard. Okay. So right now I am very bearish the market. Now, the only other position that I really care about at the moment is my short in Tesla. Again, not trading advice. Do not follow other traders. You will lose all of your money. So earlier this morning, I mentioned that I needed Tesla to be below 725 to kind of have a decent profit. That is no longer true. I have other trades on, but I'm not talking about. That is no longer true. At the moment, my trade is now different. My Tesla was actually hedged. So I had calls and puts on Tesla. This is known as a straddle. And what I did was I exited the long side of Tesla. I sold my calls right near the top. I sold my calls when maybe not that close. I sold my calls when the price of Tesla rallied to what price? It rallied to 765. On the way down from 765, when it was trading at about 758, 59, I sold my calls, which meant I am no longer hedged. It meant I dropped my hedge and I was no longer bi-direction neutral in Tesla, needing a big move. I am now fully short Tesla, looking for a drop. I don't really want to say my expiration date, and I don't really want to say my my strike on those puts. But let's just say I no longer need Tesla to go as low as 725 for me to be profitable because I sold the calls near the top and they're not costing me money. So I'm pretty much profitable once, no, let me not say, but I'm not that far away, right? So I only need Tesla to drop a little bit more for my trade to be profitable. Now, however, time decay is killing me. And therefore, I will either be exiting this today or worst case scenario, if I have the stones to hold overnight, I will consider it overnight. The problem with overnight is if the market gaps tomorrow, I get crushed because I'm no longer hedging the upside. I've just became a directional trader in Tesla instead of a direction neutral trader in Tesla. So I would love to get out of Tesla today at hopefully, if I'm lucky, I don't know, some bad news will come and they'll drop to the day's lows. And then that becomes a very profitable trade. I don't like how it's holding up there with the stock market dropping, but I think the stock market must have just went up, and it did. So not much time left, only an hour and a half to go. So I don't know. Tough decision to make whether I will or won't hold Tesla into overnight. But I don't know, tough call. But if the market starts to rally here, I have no problem holding my S&P puts for the rest of the month. I have plenty of time, but Tesla doesn't give me that luxury. One last thing before we go to Bitcoin, I'm gonna look at the 1 hour chart. We have 1,600 live viewers, guys. See the 1 hour chart. Another reason why I wasn't scared of the price of S&P rising was I mentioned it this morning. This nine on the hourly chart that came in at 8 a.m. I considered the possibility that this 9 would lead to a 1 to 4 candle correction, followed by significant downside. And here we go. One, that we can count the 9 candle as the 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's your 4 candle correction of the hourly 9 in the futures market, and down we go. So this is what's making me not rush exiting neither the S&P short or the currently directional Tesla short, which was direction neutral at market open. Okay. And if Tesla rallies from here, I will have to take the loss on the opposite side of the trade. I don't want to be direction. I don't want to pick a direction in Tesla. Very risky trade. I don't like risky trades. I like, I want to minimize my risk. This is why I have plenty of time on the S&P, and I want to get out of this Tesla trade as soon as possible. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. Tone, is it possible to buy oil at a penny? Yes, it is. You can buy oil at a penny right now. But here's the problem. You have to take physical delivery of raw oil in barrels with 1,000 barrels minimum next month. So you better have a facility to take possession of 1,000 barrels of oil per one futures contract. But yes, you can do it. You can buy it. So Dumbo is saying the price of oil right now is negative $37. They will pay you. Clearly they will pay you. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't look up the price anymore. I mean, maybe on CME I could. Negative 40. Yes, they will pay you. They will pay you $40 per barrel on 1,000 barrels. But you better have the ability to take possession of those barrels. I explained it in the beginning of the video, guys. You got to go see the beginning of the video. I explained what's happening in oil in the beginning of the video. I mean, so many people just don't understand what's going on. Can we still get CL1 on TradingView? No, I can't. They flipped it. Okay, so we can go probably to investing.com. Investing.com. We can go to markets. We can go to futures or commodities. We can go to energy. And we can go to WTI. Ah, damn it. They flipped the contract. Can they show me the contract? Maybe the CME will have it. CME CL price. All right, let's see. I want to see where it closes. It's going to close at like negative $100 a barrel. They'll pay you $100 a barrel to take oil off their hands because they don't know what to do with it. They have to ship it. Boom. Last minus $13. That's awesome. Okay, so here's our price. At 1:25 p.m. Central Time, so 2:25 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm getting questions. Oil went negative. It's now $14. They'll pay you $14 a barrel to take the oil from them. But you need to be able to take possession. And that's the problem. The problem is taking possession of that oil. And it's not like you have the time to figure it out. They'll ship it to you on the first. They'll ship it to you immediately, right? They'll ship it to you right now. And you better be able to take possession on May 1st because a delivery shows up like it's explained right here. Go to calendar and you can see it. By the way, no broker will let you trade this contract like in the last week anyway. Look, see right here. This is it. You have to take delivery in May, okay? Settlement is tonight. First trade, 21st of November, last trade tomorrow. So this thing may still be trading tomorrow, but you won't see it anywhere. You only see it on the CME website. So this thing settles tomorrow. I don't know what time. And yes, they will pay you. I don't know, whoever is mining this shit whoever is digging it up out of the ground, they will pay you to take it off their hands. But you have to take delivery next month. Does this increase the probability of Bitcoin? This has nothing to do with what Bitcoin will do. The only reason why oil is trading so cheap is because of time. Time is a factor. Time is not really a factor in Bitcoin. It's almost like saying, hey, someone is paying me to take these Bitcoin miners. That's how you can compare it, right? So for example, someone says, hey, I will pay you to buy my Bitcoin mine, right? Because I got to pay rent. Electricity is too expensive. Well, probably not today or not right now with cheap oil, though they are kind of different. It's cost like I don't want this. I don't want these Bitcoin miners. They're costing me more money than by me having them and running them. So I will pay you. I will pay you to run these miners. I will pay you. I will pay the shipping cost. I will send you these miners. Take them off my hands. I don't know what to do with them. Okay. This is the same thing. It's the same concept. It's the same concept. All right, so I really care about my S&P position and my Tesla position. Tesla position is not doing great. Tesla is holding up there. So let's see what happens into the last hour of trading. Now, let's go to Bitcoin. If you want to buy oil right now, it will cost you $22 a barrel for June delivery. If you're going to take delivery in June, it's $22. If you're going to take delivery in May, it's free. They'll pay you. No, this makes total sense. This makes sense. It makes complete sense. Guys, you're joining this channel late. I've already explained it. This makes total sense because the delivery is in May and no one wants delivery of oil in May. It's the tree situation, right? Why do you have to pay for wood to build something from wood And yet when you have a tree on your property and you want to get rid of the tree because it's in your way, you got to pay some guy to chop it down. Same thing, right? Like you don't want it, you want to get rid of it, no one wants that tree, so you have to pay them to eliminate it. This is what's happening with oil right now. See, tomorrow, when everyone is talking about a $22 barrel of oil, everyone's going to think that oil went to zero and then suddenly it became $22. That's not true at all. Oil is continuing going down in price. It's just this weird situation of the global shutdown, which it was hard to imagine this because this isn't normal. Okay, Bitcoin is going down. Here's the weekly chart. The weekly chart remains on a no trade. There's no bearish trade. There's no bullish trade. It's completely neutral on the chart. All right. Oh, wow. I got a bunch of questions. Let me just read these questions. You know what? Well, let me finish the Bitcoin stuff first, then I'll read the questions. The daily chart's probably going to be leaning bearish at the moment. It is a neutral no trade as well. That is not a very nice looking candle for Monday. And therefore, if tomorrow we get a red 2 below a red 1, I become bearish Bitcoin. And me being bearish the S&P 500 puts everything somewhat in line. Check prices of CL and CME. It doesn't come in barrels. No. Okay, guys. Jeez. Here's the CME. Okay. This is the price of oil for per barrel for 1,000 barrels. Okay. You can check the spec of the contract spec. Okay. Look, size of contract unit, 1,000 barrels. Okay. So you can't just get paid $40 and take possession of a single barrel. That's not how it works. You have to pay 40. You can get paid $40 per barrel on 1,000 barrels. That's a lot of money. That's a good chunk of change. But what are you gonna do with 1,000 barrels of oil? It will cost you more than what they'll pay you to manage it. Will oil price have any effect on Bitcoin? No. But if energy costs go down, mining becomes cheaper. This is a bullish effect on Bitcoin. Mining becomes cheaper. So mining industry will do better. And that keeps the hash rate up. So it benefits Bitcoin, of course. For our chart, leaning bearish, the daily chart is going to be interesting. If we get a red 2 below red 1 tomorrow, that is bad. Okay, now let me look at your questions. Am I bullish on oil at 1 cent? No, but this is the thing. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. The current price of oil is right there. Hey, they got it right. They adjusted it. This, geez, but they haven't adjusted the dates. Oh, good Lord. What the hell is the current price? I have to go to CME. Quotes. That is the current price of oil. For delivery in June, $20.43. For delivery in July, $26.26, right? It's all about when do you want delivery, okay? If you're gonna take delivery in June, right now you'll pay $20.43 for that barrel of oil. If you're gonna take delivery in July, usually these things are very close to each other. Oil isn't this volatile of a commodity. Usually they're way closer to each other. Usually it's like this. Usually the front months are more like these back months. See, look at the price, October, November, December, there's virtually no difference. They're between $30 and $33 to take delivery in the last quarter of the year. Usually that's the difference here between these. It's just $1 or $2. All right, let me try this. Let's see what happens. No, it's not giving me anything. Nice try, though. Maybe it's maybe I'm missing exclamation point. My search bar isn't working. Yay! Yay! There it is. There it is. Gorgeous. There you are. Boom. I love this. Look, look, look. That's great. That's really cool. I need to take a screenshot. It's all right. I'll do it on my other monitor when I'm done with the stream. All right. How's my Tesla trade doing? Not well. I may have to get out of Tesla. I may not want to risk it. It's too risky. Too risky. Can I have 1,000 barrels of oil delivered directly to a storage facility? Yes. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. I've never dealt, like, your broker needs to know this, right? Like, if a broker lets you complete that contract, you need to have, arrangements in place. Is this the first time in history a commodity has gone into a negative price territory? Probably not. I doubt it. But you got to remember that it's oil. Oil, and this happens. Do you get the full benefit, or does your broker close you out the day before, as with buys? Oh, no. Anyone that was trading this commodity, your broker got you out of this probably last week at worst. And the reason for that is they probably got you out at worst last week, and they would have rolled you over to the recent contract. But remember, the recent contract is also dropping. It's just not dropping at the same rate. So they would have exited you out last week, and you could have always shorted the next contract, because they can't, like there's a date, like this is the date of expiration. But as a trader, not as an actual person that is able to take delivery of the asset, of the future, of the underlying, sorry. If you are not eligible to take delivery of the underlying, your broker will tell you, you better exit this position the week before. There is a cutoff date for when you can trade it as a speculator. But if you're a hedger, if you are actually in the industry, you can trade this up until the last minute. But if you are just a speculator, like every single person watching this channel, you will not have this ability to trade this right now. No broker will let you. You can't. Jason Swanson, how can I take advantage of this without taking delivery? You can't. You absolutely can't. I mean, this is only for those that are willing to take delivery. This would never be worth negative if this is not an arbitrage opportunity. This is literally for taking delivery of the oil. Can I store that oil in my backyard and sell it later? I doubt it. I'm sure you'll get arrested. Atone, USO holds June contracts and wasn't really affected. Correct. By the current contract drop. This will indicate that June contracts will also crash. Well, USO flipped. I don't know how long USO was on June contracts. You got to look at the spec of USO. I don't know how often they roll it. Do they average it? Like, I don't know how USO is priced. So you have to look at how USO is priced. All right, guys, this is it. I need to decide. Man, Tesla was looking nice for me on my short when it was trading at 746, but now it's back to 756. That does make a significant difference in my portfolio, and I have 1 hour and 10 minutes to decide if I'm willing to hold it to the short side overnight and take the risk of both time decay and a price move against me. So I need to go and make that decision. And in the meantime, please, if you like these podcasts, and I think we have like 1,200, 1,600 viewers. I don't know how many we have left, but it says 2,000 viewers. Holy shit. This is the time for you to stay on. But unfortunately, I am currently trading. So I need to get back to trading. But if you want to support this channel, please use the affiliate page. If you are interested in learning how to trade options, you can check out this workshop happening all next weekend. So there will be no videos for next weekend due to the fact that I will be teaching people how to trade options. That's it. If you are interested in the indicator that I use, you can find it here. If you want to buy a t-shirt or other cool stuff, please check out the store. Read over my my Twitter. I made fun of the fact that what if these books are, I can't believe I spent money on that book and time reading it. That did not work out very well. I sent out, what did I send out? People talked about, like, why can't Trump buy a bunch of oil? Well, because the US oil reserves are kind of full. Though if that happened, this would be very funny. So there you go. It would be awesome if 1 million barrels of oil get delivered to the White House lawn, because Trump saw it as a great deal to make America great again and bought a bunch of it and got paid to buy it. And he has to just figure out how to store it somewhere. All right. But yeah, if you wait until the last minute and you need oil and you have the ability to take delivery, sure, they'll pay you. They'll pay you right now to get it off their hands. All right, guys, closing out with 2,000 viewers. Thank you so much for watching. And I will probably see you later today, maybe late at night, depending on what the markets are doing. Why am I out of focus? That didn't help at all. So I may do another video. I may not. I have absolutely no idea. We will all find out together later. Good luck trading, and see you all at worst tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.